We had a huge loss here on Tater Town. We all love our pets, and losing one always hits hard. But this loss has devastated everyone here on Tater Town. My beautiful Princess Molly passed away. She was 16 years and 25 days old. She came to me when she was about 2 years old. I had been volunteering with our local search and rescue group, and one of the members came to me and about a dog that a local breeder, he breeds for bomb and search and rescue dogs. Well, he had had a dog that he wanted to donate to us so we could train her. And my husband did not want another dog, but I begged him for like a week straight till he gave in. And because there was something about her that I was completely drawn to. She was a purebred German Shepherd who had been returned, my guess is for behavioral problems. I mean, she wasn't aggressive or mean or anything like that, but what she did have was a tremendous amount of anxiety. And it really didn't become apparent to me until we started training with her. She was fantastic at finding things, but she never took things slow and had no sense for her own safety. She would run through obstacles without making sure the area was safe for her to walk on, like she wouldn't check her footing. I would have to make sure farm implements were safely put away because one time she almost impaled herself on a hay spear. And one time she almost jumped out of a two-story opening trying to get to me. She ran up the stairs and went to the opening, and I was on the ground, and she almost launched herself out. Not a good thing. And she was also terrified of loud noises, gunshots, thunder, fireworks, anything like that. And of course, being terrified of loud noises isn't a bad thing. It's just not so good for a working dog or a bomb or search and rescue dog. But all of that was okay because she was my dog. I fell in love with her the minute I saw her. She was by my side every minute of the day. And I mean that literally. She followed me to the bathroom. If I got up from the couch to get a drink, she would get up from her bed and she would go with me. And then she'd sit back down when I did. And if she was sleeping when I got up to go do something, she would lift her head up in a panic looking for me, and then she'd search all around the house until she found me. I knew it was the anxiety, but I loved that she was so attached to me because really, I loved that she was so attached to me because I was so attached to her. As she started to age, she was still always up and at it, just a little slower, but she never stopped moving. Even her vet was impressed at how great she did for her age and for her breed. And a few years ago, Molly started suffering from what they call old dog vestibular syndrome. So she'd have episodes where she was basically drunk for a few days. And I totally got it because I have a vestibular disorder and have episodes of vertigo. So I understood what she was going through and had a better idea of how to help her through it. Then in the last year and a half, she suffered from degenerative myelopathy, which is not uncommon in German Shepherds. And even though she had some movement issues and she couldn't get up on the couch anymore, and I had to watch her closely outside so she didn't get hurt, she still kept moving. And she still followed me wherever I went. I even got her a wheelchair and some other devices just to help keep her stable since I really couldn't keep her down. I couldn't stop her from doing the things she wanted to do. I just needed to make sure she was safe. I was completely convinced she would never die because she wouldn't want to leave my side. And I knew that was wishful thinking, but still, Molly didn't show any signs of being sick, and it all happened so very fast. Overnight, in fact. She woke me up several times through the night, not being able to get up. So my husband and I would get up and help her up and back into her bed. Not necessarily anything completely unusual, especially on the nights where she would have the day before, she would be especially more active than usual. She would usually have trouble overnight, but in the morning she couldn't move at all, and she laid on her bed. I brought her into the living room, and then she started having trouble breathing. As much as I tried to deny it, I knew this was it. I laid with her while making that heartbreaking and hard decision to take her to the vet. But I knew it was time. I was praying that she would pass at home. I wanted her to die here at home, her home, with me by her side. But I also didn't want her to be in pain any longer than she had to be. So I got her ready, and I held her in my lap as we drove down the driveway. And as we reached the end of the driveway, exactly where our pond is, the pond that she would always run to and jump in every single time she went outside, it never failed, she quietly passed away. And even though we've always had our pets cremated, for some reason I felt as if I wanted to bury her here. And that's what we did. We put her next to the chicken yard to keep an eye on them. She always acted like a mother hen to them, and she will always be protecting them. We have a plan right now to extend the chicken yard, and that way she'll be there so I can be near her while I'm out with them. My Molly was pure and complete love. I wanted to make this video to show you how wonderful she was, and so I could share that with you. But I also wanted to send the message that no matter the pain or the grief that we experience when we lose that special companion, it's always worth the love and joy we have with them while they're alive. And that's the thing we need to keep in our hearts. Thank you for joining me here on Tater Town for this tribute to our Princess Pretty Paws, Molly Von Baroness. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Can we find you a good stick? Yeah. Huh? You take that one? Yeah, that's your stick. Molly. Good girl. Okay. You can take that down and you can take that down and